Thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Reject Nation, right now I am at the Preserve here in LA, where on February 22nd, this coming Saturday, the Real Rejects, all of us, are going to be having a panel here at MultiCon. In addition to that, myself and Coy are going to be hosting 2 separate other panels, and there's going to be a lot of guests way bigger than ourselves who are going to be here. And yes, you'll get to hang out with us. We're going to talk, we're going to chat, we're going to have a great old time. Please, if you haven't gotten your tickets, go get your tickets. And oh yeah, all proceeds go to the Los Angeles wildfire recovery efforts. So let's all band together for a good cause. Getting your ticket is going to be for a good cause. Hope to see you there Saturday, Reject Nation.
What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are back for Invincible Season 3, Episode 5. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Aaron,
100%.
Before we get into this game, how are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I woke up a little groggy this morning, had a little bit of a late night, but, had a lot of prep time before coming to shoot today. Me and Greg had a great conversation, got to go to the bathroom, drank my G Fuel, drank some water. I'm Gucci, baby. I'm ready to get into this. This is the best show. Probably one of the best things we've reacted to on the channel, and I'm excited to continue. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We had, like Aaron said, we had a really long, just like catching up friend talk. I think Aaron's like one of the best people around in my life who's really good at just bringing out the heart in me. So thank you for being that guy, Aaron.
Shucks, buddy.
I'm also doing I've been on this really big weight loss kick. Last year I talked a lot about I'm going to get a six-pack, but I really didn't believe it. Even though I kept saying it, thought if I kept saying it enough, I would get it done. And then I ended up gaining a bunch of weight, gaining quite a bit of weight. But I've been on a very specific regimen. It's a really healthy regimen, and in the past 2 weeks, I've dropped 5% body fat. And so my goal is, and now it's the way how this is going, this is the first time I've really felt like I have really good control over food versus feeling like I am a servant to food. And so it's been a really big emotional learning lesson. And at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna get the six-pack this year. Put it out there. Man. It's gonna happen. I gotta do it just once. That's it. That one time thing. And I'm I did it. I achieved discipline. Now I'm ready to move on with my life.
I'd love to know your core exercises, because I think you can do it, man.
I'm going to pull it off. I really feel like this year I'll do it. And I'll do it wearing our new Real Rejects shirts right here. The Fantastic Four Richards Road and Spider Club t-shirt. So we are fortunate enough to get the screeners for Invincible. So we're recording this a little bit early. And so this is the day after the Super Bowl. And so within that time, when we announced those shirts, you guys have bought quite a bit of shirts, which makes us so happy because we designed them in-house here at Real Rejects with our own artists that we find. When we say the Real Rejects exclusives, there's thought and effort, and Aaron's actually coming up and really creating and guiding, directing the way how this is going down. So it means the world. It's absolutely one of our favorite ways you can help support this channel. So thank you guys so much. And hey, let's get into action, people. Leave a like on this video, subscribe, click that bell. Prepper, you keep editing.
Bring it.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yes, it works.
We're
rushing through. And hey, Patreon, full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy of Invincible. We, of course, watching this on Prime Video. Even now we are. And over there, we cover several things exclusively with highlights and watch-alongs included. Aaron, you ready to kick some butt?
I'm ready, baby. Let's go.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, baby. I'm just happy Mahershala Ali gets to be at least one comic book property.
You ready to go?
Uh-huh. I was just taking my medicine.
That's right. He is a dad.
I'm proud of you, baby girl.
Great transition.
Do you know that dinosaurs had feathers? In movies, they look like lizards. They actually look like birds.
Even the T-Rex?
That's funny. He's going to be in Jurassic World Rebirth.
They look like giant chickens.
That's funny.
Chickens with teeth.
Respect. You don't come up to me right now.
Students that sell the most boxes can win prizes. I want to sell more than anyone and win a computer.
I love how he's just passing through the neighborhood.
She's growing taller every day.
You spoil her, Amir.
He's a part of it. He's also the boss.
Love you, Dad. Bye.
Love you too. What'd I tell you about family time?
Oh.
We got a problem, boss.
It's so fascinating with characters like that who have such power and criminal lives, but such a different person when it comes to their family and love.
Oh yeah, they have to compartmentalize.
At least they're still kicking.
Yeah. Glad they're okay at least.
Oh my god, they could be like broken out or some shit.
My mind went a different direction. I was thinking like, are they gonna do like Side Squad kind of thing? Oh, interesting. He doesn't have like a power inhibitor. You think they do that for someone in prison?
I mean, did they not think this out? I feel like this is something they should have thought out. Oh my god, he's gonna sacrifice himself. He's gonna use. Are they gonna use the weight, the pressure? Oh my god, that is that is brutal.
That's such a sinister way to break out of jail.
Feel all the pain. Oh my god,
I don't like
that is gross.
Don't show the ankle.
Oh, that is cleverly gross.
Horrible.
Oh my god. Oh, that is horrible.
Wow. Because your consciousness is in all of them.
That is so creative, though. I love it so much.
Yeah, you just gotta close your eyes at that point.
Ew. Oh my god. Both bones ringing and bulging.
Oh, that'd have to be so traumatizing too. Oh.
This is taking forever. Oh my god.
Insane.
Oh, the body horror.
Too much. Way too much. I don't like it.
Wow.
Just hop on past your organs and your body parts, all that. Yeah, too much. So I guess you can just make unlimited copies. Yeah.
So, this is a really cool opening.
Yeah, with the music too. Great choice.
Oh, awesome.
Wow. Boom bop 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 boop bop ba da bop.
Wow, the power he exudes with this. He seems like so much better than Duplicate.
No, yeah. He's
smarter with the quantity. Oh,
a lot more brutal with it too.
Yeah, more strategic.
Why didn't you do that to begin with? He is in prison. Why would you give him access to his powers? Unless you wanted him to break out.
He was so close.
Yeah, you guys should have done that from the jump.
Good thing he knew that was the main one.
Right?
I was this close to convincing Cecil to put you on a team to make up for all the shit you've done. Now, they're gonna add years to your sentence. Even the Order already tried to break you out and failed. They use you.
You think Cecil and the GDA and the Guardians are any different? They sent you to your death against the Lizard League.
Except I wasn't dead, you idiot. And I saved the country from getting nuked. You know, it's Dad's birthday this week.
I know.
Wow, I love how we just go deep with these side characters. We're getting a flashback too? Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I went to see him last month.
Oh, man.
How is he?
What happened?
Same.
I have no clue.
A break?
Oh, how hard it would be to raise them.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
He let them take us, use us, turn us into their weapons.
Oh, he resents Daddy.
You and I will never agree on that.
Same experiences, but shaped different ideologies for each of them. Who the hell is that?
You shouldn't have left.
Clever. I see the main difference. He went rogue. Got it.
Yeah. A darker path.
You should have come with me.
You really think the better decision was running away and becoming an assassin for the Order?
Oh.
At least they're honest about who they are. And they pay better.
Damn.
You're a murderer.
So are you.
It's not lying.
They murder for good.
They murder for justice.
I was just trying to give you a way out.
You really think I could just leave the Order?
Yeah, I do.
Just like your GDA. They don't abandon tools they're not done with yet.
It's funny.
It's like the Mafia.
Simu Liu's live-action comic book movie, The Sisters on the Darker Path.
Yeah?
Oh, come around. I'll knock on the front door, okay? See you in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, buttermilk pancakes.
I could go for some flaxseed pancakes, people.
Whoa.
You're right. He's still growing.
That reminds me of The Rock and Hobbs and Shaw.
Hey, Eve. What a surprise.
Oh, well, hello. I was just in the neighborhood and figured I'd drop by and see you guys.
Wonder why we're holding it on the mom right now.
Because she's registering their dating.
Eve, would you like to join us for breakfast?
Well, I would love to.
I had Oliver set an extra place just in case.
Lucky for me, I guess.
I'd be so grossed out eating with that kid.
Why, he's purple?
No, because of how he's eating. Like, oh my God, dude, ruining these pancakes.
Mark wasn't sleeping. He and Eve had a sleepover.
Oliver, what the hell?
Ow! They made too much noise playing and woke me up.
We were watching a movie. I didn't know it was gonna be that loud. Ow!
We're watching Hide the Pickle.
We were watching Eve Gets Pregnant.
Mom, how much does it cost to rent an apartment?
Since when did you become interested in real estate?
Eve and we were talking.
Ooh, I don't think he's ready to let you go.
Maybe it's better if we shared a place of our own.
Does Mark look older to you? The way they've drawn him?
A little bit.
You're St. Paul
Oh.
now. Yeah, you'd probably like it better if I'm not walking in on you both when I come home from a big fight.
Oh.
Leaving the nest.
You're both adults and free to make your own choices. But I like having you two around.
Your baby's grown up.
I like it too, but can't live at home forever.
I mean, you were okay with him going to college.
I was just thinking that.
Then who's gonna hang out with me?
I'm not leaving forever. I'll be like a 5-second flight away.
But that was before he had this child.
This is also true. Yeah, it's probably very difficult to raise him on her own.
When you brought up moving out, I thought it was just talk, but you're actually serious, huh?
Yeah.
If we had a place of our own, we could just be together.
Your relationship is moving very fast.
Like a grown-up couple who's in this thing for real. That is, if you want to.
We could play games without worrying about our brother here.
Nothing would make me happier than waking up in our own apartment to your handsome, drooling face.
You're in?
I'm in.
What a very specific kiss. And, oh.
It's very intimate, Greg.
Now we just have to figure out how to afford it.
You already made a treehouse. You could just make us a cool place here in the city.
And put it where? In the middle of the park?
Why not?
Well, maybe I can look for a part-time job.
Or be a hero for hire, like Luke Cage.
I know the problems your prison faces. In the past year, Payton's had 5 riots, 3 escapes, and too many attempted breakouts to count.
How can I help you, Miss Wilkins?
There's like a Clark Kent thing going on.
Yeah.
I'm here to offer you a solution. A superhero on retainer. Available and ready to handle any and all supervillain-related problems.
A hero for hire.
He's got super strength, and he's practically invulnerable.
She didn't say it.
He stopped a breakout here not too long ago with minimal damage and 0 casualties.
Except for the ones who died.
They don't count.
What company are you with again?
I'm the owner of a private security firm. We're called...
Is it called Invincible?
Oh, back to the OG.
Inc.
Invincible Inc. She probably just made that card.
You failed! You asked me to bring Multipole out of prison. I hired a team to do it, but the job went sideways.
Then try again!
No.
Uh-oh.
Or at least, not now.
Even his confidant looks very uncomfortable.
A little nervous.
And my sources say the prison just hired a superhero as their new guard dog.
Oh, shit. He's got people there.
Find a way to get my assassin back.
And if I don't...
I hear little Fiona's becoming quite the entrepreneur.
Dude, that is
back
the
off.
wrong response. You just never
You gotta kill him. You gotta take care of him now.
Never go for the family.
Nessa, where's Fiona?
Rodrigo drove her back an hour ago.
We don't trust Rodrigo.
Fiona!
Daddy?
Ooh, I thought we were going to go something really dark right now. I'm so happy we didn't.
Pointlessly kill those guards.
How was school today?
We had a math quiz, and I got an A, and I sold all my cookies.
That's my girl.
Don't let anything happen to this little girl, please.
A tiny old man with a metal mouth bottom.
You're staying at home with your mom until I tell you otherwise, got it?
Yeah.
Am I in trouble?
No, baby, you're not in trouble.
Honey, what's going on?
I'd watch this spinoff.
I know, he's a really compelling character. It's like a Kingpin with powers.
Yeah, or like Luke Cage with powers.
Mark? Mark, wake up!
What's up, Mom?
Down.
Oliver's gone.
Oh, hell.
He crossed the line.
There ain't no line with the Order. You think Multipole is their only assassin? Hell, last guy who went up against Liu got eaten. Came out as f***ing dragon shit.
What if someone took him? Could be whoever was spying on us.
We don't know that yet.
Maybe Robot could help?
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Do you like Invincible's new suit better or his old suit?
I like his old suit better. But this is, I'm so used to associating his identity with his old suit.
Yeah. Maybe take some time to get used to it.
Yeah. Oh my God, this troublemaker.
It's not fair. You can fly. You gotta do it without using your power.
Such a rebel, Oliver.
Okay. No flying. Promise.
I'm happy the kids just accept him. That's pretty cool.
Until he destroys them.
Accept him or else, Oliver. He was fine. He's fine. He's strong.
Reject Nation, while I've kept up with the weightlifting, I definitely let myself go a little bit over the holidays, and maybe you noticed. But now that I'm back to healthier eating, I'm really making sure to remember that it's not just about protein. It's about balancing macros for physical and mental performance. Let's be real. Sticking to a meal plan, that sounds great, but life doesn't always go according to plan. Some days I have to cook, other days I blink and suddenly I'm already at the door. And that's why I've been using Factor, a fresh ready-to-eat meal service that perfectly fits into real life. This is the first time I've actually tried their juice. It's the apple kale wheatgrass. Let's give it a shot. That is some tasty ass juice. Wow. Anyway, I am one of the people who does order from Factor, even if we are working with them or not in terms of promotion. It's just convenient, easy. The meals are chef crafted, dietitian approved, and never frozen, so they actually taste fresh. The best part, they're ready in just 2 minutes. I really want more of this juice. And here's why it's been a huge help for me. Each meal is packed with high quality protein and whole ingredients, so I stay full and fueled without needing to cook. They've got options for keto, calorie smart, vegan, and protein plus, so no matter what your goals are, you are covered. And it's just easy. No grocery shopping, no meal prep, no cleanup, just heat and eat. Or drink. Man, this is... Factor has been, dare I say, a game changer when it comes to a busy lifestyle. Because when I want something that's great with a little bit of variety to keep me on track, they're really reliable. So if you've been thinking about making healthier eating easier, this is a sign. Head to factor75.com or click the link and use code 50REALREJECTS to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's 50 Real Rejects at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Once you try it, you'll see why I keep reordering it. I am almost done with this bad boy.
You okay? That was hard. But I almost did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Get back on the horse, Oliver.
Oh, look at him just having friends, though.
My dad would kill me if he caught me sneaking out again. So would my mom.
Oh,
look how happy he looks.
He just gets to be a normal kid.
He made friends.
Of course he made friends, Mark. He's a kid. It's just too bad he had to sneak out to do it.
Beat it, Shrimps. It's past your bedtime.
No.
Murder them, Oliver!
Don't do it! Be a normal kid, please.
Why the hell are you purple?
Oh, there it is.
I'm getting tired anyway. We're not leaving. You leave.
Oh. You gotta play in. You gotta play nice.
Oliver can take care of himself.
No shit, that's the problem.
Yeah, well, too well.
It's not him I'm worried about.
Well, what you gonna do, Shrimp?
You don't know what he's done. He's done horrible things. Oliver. Mark, stop him, please, God. That's great.
He's got powers!
Screw a secret identity.
He's a good kid, Mark.
I mean, it's hard to hide because he's purple anyway, but...
I mean, I totally get why Mark is paranoid. Come on. He's
done horrible things.
He's murdered really bad. Oh, hell yeah, Rex.
Oh.
Heck, is this right? That is adorable.
Oh, hey,
here, eh? Right on time.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Pull up a chair. I'm cooking you dinner.
I gathered.
You said it was something you wanted to do. You know, like have a normal dinner, so ta-da!
Now, how the hell did you get splattered all the way up there?
Oh!
That's cool.
Yeah, good way to use that.
Smells delicious, actually.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Ew.
There better be some fine wine.
You just blew it on the food.
Yeah, that part too.
Remember when the Immortal told us to grab our stuff and get out of Guardians HQ? I may have also grabbed some of his stuff. I've been doing it for years and he's never noticed.
How have you known that for years? You weren't on the same team.
1762?
Such a good year. You know, other than the incurable diseases and tooth decay and...
Would you drink that? Too old. Way too old.
Cheers.
Cheers. Terrible.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh.
Mark, eat something.
They say it's supposed to be better with age, but...
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah. I hope nothing bad happens to them.
You know that none of this is normal.
Yeah.
But it's still good.
Oh, this is cute. Because they can relate now in the same way that Kate and
Immortal
can relate. Because they've been through the same experiences.
Oh, I love how he took such a sensitive approach. That drawing thing was adorbs.
That was so
That's
cute.
cuter than the cooking to me.
You gotta try that, man.
I am. Hey, I could do anything now.
Oh, Machine Head? What the hell happened to you?
Well, look who it is.
I forgot about the auto-tune.
Yeah.
My own personal Judas.
Have they been beating you in there?
You think this place knows anything about maintaining a piece of quality machinery like me? Cut the shit rocks for brains and get to the point.
He's all rusted, too. Good detail.
Oh, I see. It finally happened. You had a visit from an old guy with metal teeth and a bodyguard the size of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Did Isotope not tell you about the order when you two assholes stabbed me in the back? That even if you crawled out from under my thumb, there's always a bigger thumb. I hope Mr. Liu turns into that giant snake and eats you for dinner.
He wants me to break out Multi-Paw. I don't need the heat. An Invincible guards a prison now.
Is your old super friend still sore at you after my giant space cat rearranged his face?
Liu also threatened my daughter, and that crossed the line.
Oh, I'm sorry. He crossed a line.
Who voices him again? I don't remember.
You got two options, pal. One, you figure out a way to get Liu's stabby little friend out of Hawk. Or two, you and your precious little family are Dragon Chow.
Eesh.
That's all. Make a choice already.
I'm waiting for the new thing in this scene to happen.
Right, the new piece of information.
Got that fancy head, all packed in with transistors and other computer bullshit, and you still think I'm just some dummy from the streets. That's how I took you down.
Underestimating him.
Like I said, they don't know how to maintain a guy like me in here.
What does he want from him, though?
I don't know.
To help get...
Because he doesn't want to work on it.
Are
So
they
maybe
in the
just
same prison as...
Multi-Paw?
Yeah.
I think he wants to strike a deal for, like, either getting maintained or working with them somehow. I don't know.
He still shouldn't be sneaking out. What if those bullies come back?
Oliver didn't hurt them.
I can't follow him like you can, Mark.
Yeah, he can't keep up, especially now he has his powers.
You can always call me or Eve. Do we really want to stop him from being a kid?
Depends.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I haven't seen this Titan guy in a long time. Oh, they were calling him to come over.
Whoa. Titan. I never got to thank you for almost getting me killed.
Oh?
What happened between us last time was nothing personal.
You used me and then left me to die.
I fought like hell to keep you alive, but Machine Head had to go.
I don't care. You're coming with me.
It's our first time seeing this again since since season 1. Interesting.
You think I just come out here, let you put hands on me? If it wasn't life or death, you think I'm that stupid?
Right back to here.
This is still some bullshit.
That's funny.
That's
A
fun
nice
callback.
callback. Yeah.
Bet you don't recognize this neighborhood anymore.
Cleaned it up.
Not that guys like you ever came down here, even though it used to be a war zone under Machine Head.
I kind of like his new suit. I think it looks cool.
It blends in better and looks less like, look at me.
You heard of the Order or Mr. Liu?
No.
They're a global crime syndicate.
Global?
Dang.
Shit.
He's their leader and can turn into a dragon.
The World Order.
Yeah, so?
I don't work for them, but they think otherwise.
That's cool. We have an actual dragon.
And if I don't break Multipole out from prison, they're gonna kill me and my family.
I think they teased him at the end of season 1, if I remember.
And I love that it was Invincible who put Multipole in.
I'm not letting you break him out.
You want me to stay in charge here. If I go, they'll replace me with someone who doesn't give a shit about anything but the Order. And all this goes back to how it was, but worse.
You have to understand the necessity of him.
We're not doing this.
Thought you superheroes cared about saving lives.
Don't even start with me. Taking you to prison.
Oh, strategic.
Come on, dude. I can fly.
Oh, you're going to show him something.
You're not kidding.
Oh, strategic.
Smart dude.
We all look the same to you, hero?
It's going to be a flash mob? What's happening? Wow. Yeah, he's the neighborhood on this side. That's cool.
Mark? Titan may be less bad than Machine Head or this Order or whatever they're called, but the guy's still bad. And working with him is only going to drag you down to his level. You did the right thing.
Oh, no, you have not done the right thing.
Where is my assassin?
Still in prison. Isotope. Take them both a mile up and let them find their own way down. Isotope.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
He abandoned.
Sorry.
Wow, traitor.
Personal. I just like breathing.
Oh, yeah. I just could have saw that coming.
How can you trust a guy who also betrayed you? All right, let's see this thing.
Whoa. Yeah, that's right. Ooh.
Oh, no, it's destroying the whole place.
Wait, what? His body?
Whoa.
But God, how does that even work? What the hell?
Oh, my God. I like the way they're dealing with the perspective. Oh, ah!
Oh, no. You jerk!
He called him a jerk.
Shield up.
Ooh, no.
Did you get it in time?
No way he could survive a fall like that without his shell.
God, my body.
I'm going to have to take him out, too, because if you're willing to change allegiances like that so quickly, how can I trust you? Wow.
There's just a dragon.
I'm down. Let's go. I hope he breathes fire, too.
Warden?
It's a good thing Invincible didn't help him out.
You really pulled a little bit of a Thanos there. Fine, I'll do it myself. Why didn't he just do it himself?
There's a dragon attacking the penitentiary. I don't want you getting hurt because I made a mistake.
We're in a relationship now. That means that we help and support each other. Besides, I bet we can charge more if there's two of us.
I love them together so much. It's been a while since we got just a full-on monster. Oh,
full-on what? Oh, monster?
Damn, this dragon is just destroying all kinds of prisoners right now.
Titan told me about you.
And you should know you're already dead.
What, like a psychic link? What the hell?
Oh, the sound wave. The pressure.
Mark, just go in his mouth.
It's supposed to be the best way, right? You go in the mouth.
Right. But he
Destroy
also has
from
his,
within.
yeah, he also has his comments about killing, though, so he probably wouldn't do that. Oh?
Cool.
Nice. There we go. Let's get creative with our Green Lantern powers. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Tag team.
That was great.
Such a great couple. Love that.
That was awesome. Such an awesome moment, dude.
Oh, Machine Head. Yeah. What is his deal with all
they're
this?
all breaking out.
Yep. You can't out override it. Yeah, it's just gonna hurt you, dog. What are you doing? You can't do that. Oh, I guess you can. I guess you can.
Oh,
Okay.
because it took multiple people.
Wow.
Don't even think about it.
Oh yeah, she hasn't been using her matter shifting.
Damn, he's fast. Damn, he's fast.
It's good. Professional assassin. Yep, that'll do it. That's smart. Yes.
That is awesome. Yeah, that's one of the coolest shit she's ever done, man.
Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say she should be using her powers more creatively. That's a perfect example of how.
Oof. Cecil has to be aware of this.
Definitely. 100%.
Send the Guardians in.
I will show you the error of your name.
He's already watching. He always has surveillance on Mark, so he probably feels like Mark has it at this point.
You're not the first person to point that out.
No.
Oh boy.
Yeah, send somebody in, Cecil. We need some help, unless Oliver comes.
Your power may come from the stars, but mine comes from beyond this reality.
Machine Head, what you doing in there? I like the detail of the poster. That was fun. The metal poster of the woman.
You're a fictional creature, dude.
That's cool.
Damn, the... Oh!
Oh! No! No!
I think the action is so ramped up this season.
Definitely.
It really is.
For this one.
I think generally they've... Oh, no!
I was wondering why he didn't do that, and that makes sense.
You cannot kill what I am made from.
Eve, I might need you here.
Yeah, how do you even fight something like this?
Man, Titan sure ruined this place. Well, him and that giant flying lizard we all know and love. I'm not gonna fight you. You must be what, like 700 pounds? 8? You'd murder me.
Oh, you don't fight him, you kill the body.
But I am gonna kill your boss.
Oh, Isotope was in on it.
Awesome.
Woof. But Titan's still down there. Oof.
He's gonna kill him.
Yeah, you gotta kill Isotope. He's not loyal to anybody.
Almost feels like cheating. But I like cheating.
Wow, saved right at the nick of time. What?
Machine Head wanted the dragon to eat you before he killed Mr. Liu, but I figured I owed you one.
Ew, I'm taking you to jail.
Nah. But thanks for the help, hero. Doing good, even if you didn't mean to.
Whose side are you on, Isotope?
I think it was all coy. It was all planned. All coy.
Right.
Decoy.
What's Machine Head to get out of this?
What else could you have done? You couldn't let Titan break Multipol out of prison.
Instead, I just helped him kill his biggest rival and almost died doing it.
Always the pawn.
At least you accomplished something.
We got paid enough for at least 3 or 4 months' rent.
Cool.
Maybe we should
Hold off on the apartment.
No.
With Oliver sneaking out, just doesn't feel right to leave my mom to look after him by herself.
I get it.
You're not upset?
No, of course not.
You guys can save for a house.
But as long as we're talking, I have been feeling like things were moving kind of fast.
Slow.
Thank you.
No, what? Fast? What are you talking about?
Let's have a baby.
I wouldn't mind slowing down.
I was going to say, they have been moving extremely fast. They got together, like, what, 2 episodes
But we
ago?
don't need to pay rent anymore. Should we still keep Invincible Inc.?
Yes.
Those Seance dog collectibles aren't going to pay for themselves.
That's cute.
I hope Sans dog is actually real.
I hope every 2 seasons he gets manipulated by Titan.
Keep up the pattern.
You were right. Oliver deserves to be a kid, and kids should have friends.
Eve and I are not getting an apartment anymore.
Oh, thank God. I mean, is everything okay between you two?
We just wanted to slow things down.
I hope you're not doing this because of me. I can handle myself.
Oh, I know.
No one cares about you. Kidding. I love her.
I also want to be here with you and Oliver. It feels nice living with the little brother, you know? I don't want that to end just yet.
It's my pancakes, isn't it?
Definitely. Only reason I'm here.
Oh, Mark.
That's true. He gets a chance to actually be a real brother.
Oh, the biggest thing I've come to learn about adulthood is that nothing is ever black and white.
There you go.
By the way, just have to say it. I know you and Eve are having. It's a natural part of life.
While you're hugging.
Okay, all done. Mom, great talk.
That's great. That's hilarious.
I forget how young Mark is sometimes.
He's like 19.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you guys?
Is this the rest of the order?
This is the League of Evil Villains? This is the Legion of Doom? What's happening here?
Woo! It's so good to be back, amigos. Given that I took our poor old friend and previous leader, Mr. Liu, shot him in the fucking head.
Oh, is he taking over the order?
That entitles me to his seat, and therefore the primo position in the order.
Shit, this guy running this global criminal organization.
That's a trade-off.
You all get everything else, but I'm out.
Oh. He just wants to take over his city.
You caught me in a once-in-a-lifetime good mood. Take your toys and go home. Anyone else here got a problem with that? Oh, you guys did miss me. This is gonna be so great.
Why do you guys fear Machine Head so much?
Hey, Titan, nice job. The way you played me and Liu, pure genius. Backstab me again, and I'm gonna drown you in your kid's blood.
Ooh.
While I tear off your wife's skin and eat her heart. And I don't even eat meat, so that's saying a lot.
Too far.
That guy, watch out. Smarter than you think, even for someone who's 50% rock. Who's ready to make a little money?
I'd be so annoyed with this guy.
Oh, man. The auto-tune was?
Yeah.
Your attitude? Yeah. Oh, her brother left that for her?
I guess so.
Yeah, this guy can't actually be dead.
He's got a Lazarus pit.
Oh, you got one too. What?
He's transferring the dragon to him.
What?
Now we have the order to contend with.
The dragon's got to get his place back in the order.
While preparing for Filter.
Oh, my gosh.
I think Mark's forgotten about that.
He hasn't mentioned it all season.
No, he really is. It's gone now.
Such an interestingly structured show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just watched Invincible Season 3, Episode 5. It's called This Was Supposed to Be Easy. Aaron, how you feeling?
I feel good. I had a fun time with this episode. It's good getting back acquainted with Titan and everything that happened in Season 1 and seeing the progression of that storyline a little bit, seeing what he's done with the community. It was great getting to see the action with the dragon and furthering the development of Mark and his relationship with Oliver and Eve and him. Again, this felt like an episode that's kind of setting us up for things to come, like we're slowly progressing, but also weirdly felt like the episode itself in a bubble is really good, continuing off that story from 2 seasons ago, but it's also the 5th episode in the season. It kind of felt like, I don't know, how do I say this? It felt like an episode rather than a chapter. And as I was watching it, I was enjoying it, but another part of my brain is like, okay, how is this side story contributing to the larger story at hand with all the other things that we have going on. But I enjoy the immediacy of the moment and the smaller character beats that we got to see. That's where the show really thrives. Like the moment with Shrinking Ray and Rex, that was great. That was very cute, him making mistakes and everything. Still wondering how that stuff's going to pay off. Obviously, we know the stuff with Oliver and Mark is going to pay off somewhere. Stuff with him and Eve is going to pay off somewhere. I'm just still, I don't have a clear picture for the wider image yet, for the wider scope of where the story is going to be, but I am enjoying the ride. I'm just a little bit concerned, not because I'm not enjoying what we're watching, but I'm concerned with when you condense something or categorize something as an entire season, right? What is the overarching thing that we are building to? How does this, as a piece all on its own, hold up rather than these individual pieces that are part of this larger whole? So that's where my mind's at. But that being said, I enjoyed what we were watching. I'm just still in this place of like, okay, where are we going? And I don't have a clear picture for where that is yet.
That's an interesting assessment, especially to the distinguishing bits. Because I get what you mean by the usage of the word episode versus chapter. And chapter is the frame of mind of how TV shows have sort of programmed us to think with this new day and age of serialized television.
I feel like streaming has, but I feel like old school television was more about episodes than chapters.
Right. But so okay, yeah, hear me out as I figure out my thought process based off what you said. Is that a lot of time? Okay, so serialized storytelling, right? With chapters, a lot of the time it's like you want to do episodes that mainly pertain to just the overall main season story that they're telling, and sometimes by wanting to keep it on that focus, one of the downfalls, not always, but sometimes you've seen it with old Netflix Marvel, is that things start feeling stretched out, right?
Sure.
Because like we just got to pertain to what's important. So let's have like long drawn out character conversations or beats or some shit or repetitive stuff, right? The show's definitely not doing that. And then you have episodic, which usually has some type of semi-serialized element to it, but you can kind of have whatever random adventure you want. And I think with Invincible, it really is more about like a lot of the time, I've never fully viewed Invincible as like a hardcore chapter-driven show. It's more, it is a kind of like you check in with where they're at on this day in their life of what's going on here, and then there's like little tidbits that eventually compound into something that is truly serialized. That's usually what I think happens with Invincible. Because I remember us kind of having a similar feeling with season 2. Like season 1's the most obvious one to lean on, right? Because you're like, oh my God, the truth of Omni-Man will come out one day.
I feel like season 1 felt the most like chapters, and ever since then, it's felt more broad since we've gotten past season 1.
That's fair, and I think it's a totally fair assessment considering that one is really focused on like a couple of things. The first one, and then season 2 opened up like a whole new can of worms with multiverses and everything, and then this like there's multiple things happening. The one part of the chapter concerned that keeps coming back to my brain is Viltrumite invading is the biggest threat you could possibly have, and I do feel like this needs to be a conversation. I think it needs to be brought up just one bit. But yes, I would agree. It's like an episode itself. I think like little tidbits that could factor into the bigger picture, or even what the end game is of the series. I feel like this will accrue into something significant. The fact that they brought Titan back, the fact that they're introducing the Order, global organization of other kinds of villains. Like what happens when Viltrumite's not around? Like he has to deal with this stuff. And of course, the relationship with Eve and Mark. I love the progression of them. I think it's very respectable and nuanced. Rex and Rex and Shrinking Ray, such an adorable, cute moment. Love the drawing giving to her, and then and Oliver as well, having I was there feeling the Mark tension of like you were. Oh my God, is he gonna like destroy these bullies right now, like in a really violent way. And it was neat to see, like, to flesh out the world to a point where no one's like, you're a weird, freaky purple kid, from the other friends, if we didn't have friends. I think all these tidbits will accumulate into something that's a bigger thing. And I think there's a certain type of framing device or frame of mind that shows have often positioned us for these chapter things. And this did start off very chapter driven, right?
Yeah.
Cecil versus Mark, essentially, the battle of ideologies. And the first 3 episodes seemed very focused on that it actually makes sense that they released the first 3, not just because that's what Prime Video does, but in terms of storytelling to do that. Like, that actually made a lot of sense. And it felt like the show was going to be primarily about that.
Yeah.
And then the season would be primarily about that. And then 4 and 5 seem to have not put anywhere near as much attention on that. So I can understand, because there's parts of me that absolutely feel that. I'm more in the camp of, I feel like in some way they have a big, from what my understand is like the story in the comics is done, isn't it? So
yeah, it ended a few years back.
There must be some like giant accumulation that all this will sort of lead into eventually, right?
Yeah, like I'm trusting the larger vision because Robin Kirkman has a heavy hand in this show, and the beauty of doing a revamp of something you've already done is you get the opportunity to go back and plant things, maybe rearrange things with the foresight of knowing where it's heading. And I feel as though when we're watching the show, I'm enjoying it because it's so fleshed out and it's somebody revisiting something they've done from an older point in their life, reflecting back on an earlier point of their life to sort of, I guess, gain more wisdom. And as you're talking, I think that when it comes from like the chapter thing I was talking about, it's more so about the emotional arc in these little bit of chapters that lead us from where Mark is at the beginning of a season to the end of the season, more so than the literal events of what are happening. And I feel like the pacing of the events that are taking us to a destination plot wise are slower than the emotional journey of where Mark is headed from beginning the season to end of the season. And plus the sheer amount of things that we have to balance also kind of creates that I don't think dissonance is the right word, but creates that, I guess, a little bit of sense of imbalance or incongruence between the emotional pace of where Mark is heading versus the sheer amount of plot and how that's progressing. But I don't know where that is in relation to where Mark is. I don't know if we have to get Mark to a certain place emotionally before we take the plot to that place, because I don't know what the larger vision is.
Especially for Invincible's arc, right? Like, yeah, I guess the setup of his arcs are even the setup in season 2 of him having to learn how to define himself as a hero after the events of Omni-Man, right? Like, there's like, it's a pretty clear setup. Like, we don't exactly know what the destination is going to look like, but we have an idea of what the setup is, and it is a little bit less. He's more gathering a lot of challenging life experiences right now and growths of going from teenager to adults and having relationships and so it's I get what you mean.
And we're just reflecting on this episode. I'm wondering how, because we addressed the stuff with Titan and his relationship with him a little bit. We addressed his relationship with Eve and his concerns about his brother, wanting to be there for his family. I think Eve was maybe more concerned with the progression of their relationship, which I agreed with, and I'm happy that they brought attention to, because it did seem a little fast with them like moving in together, saying "I love you," becoming a couple, and juxtaposed to his relationship with Amber and how the speed in which that progressed, or their ability to I guess take more time with that in retrospect. But I think that I wish something that I would like to see more of is that. I guess more of the immediate emotional fallout of what we experienced at the end of season 2, and maybe how that's juxtaposed with his relationship with Cecil, kind of like how they did in the first 3 episodes. Like him, the cognitive dissonance of the horrible actions of what he did at the end of season 2 in relation to his relationship to Cecil, and how that is challenging him in a way where it's like, oh, I don't want to kill people, but I've already done it. And then I guess that's challenging him with Oliver, but we haven't really done that in these last 2 episodes to progress that that distance between it's okay to kill sometimes versus like, no, we're heroes and we don't kill. And I thought this episode was going to challenge him in that way with forcing him to kill the dragon, but it didn't seem like that was really a factor. It's more about him getting played. We definitely did that, progress that more in the last episode with him killing Immortal. But I felt like as far as his relationship to killing and his relationship to justice, this episode didn't really push the needle for me in that regard.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
No, that was a lot of words.
I do. I do. It's a little strange because like when we watched the first 3 or 4 episodes, like reviews weren't out for the show. And
I don't even know what the reviews are saying. I don't know if people like this.
People are in love with it. So I'm saying it's the best, right? And
I think the show's great.
I think it's great too. I think sometimes when things are overhyped, are not even overhyped, but really hyped up, and you don't really hear about maybe some shortcomings this season might have. I think the shortcomings become a little magnified when you're conversing about it.
For sure.
Because you're like, well, I didn't hear about these possible shortcomings. Because, yeah, like after everything, Mark literally traveled to the future yesterday or something. and killed Immortal and stuff. And it doesn't really seem to be like much of a reflective thought process. But
you think those things be compounding?
I think what these last 2 episodes have done for Mark, if I'm thinking thematically about it, because maybe it's not as obvious, but when I think about this idea of pathways of that, if you look at the duality of Mark versus Cecil, it is about what pathways should be taken in the world of being a hero. And Mark has been pretty clear, like, here's my rules and here's what I have to be a hero. Okay, according to the future, these rules are going to bite me in the ass. Okay, here are my rules. Now I'm going to go up against Titan. Titan wants something. Nope, that goes against my rules. Shit, something went really wrong. So I think there's going to be part of it. He's going to be learning that there's truths to parts of what Cecil has done, versus completely going like, no, you were 100% wrong, and I should destroy you, or like whatever. I don't know where they're going to land. But I think like thematically these 2 episodes still line up, but beyond context, themes, subtext, whatever, there is some of these emotional arc moments of Mark in particular where I'm like, I feel like we should see some like bothered by moments.
Yeah,
you know,
some more dynamic with those things.
That don't just feel like a checklist scene that they're doing. Or a requisite scene to just insert, but actually see it like carry on throughout an episode in some way. You know, I thought they were really good about that last season. I thought last season they were really great with that, and this season, outside of things pertaining to Cecil, doesn't really seem that way. So, yeah.
It's a weird thing to talk about because I like what we're doing, and I don't feel like we're wasting time per se, but I feel like we are. The way we're progressing plot wise is not as, I don't know, like fulfilling for the amount of episodes that we have, because we're in episode 5 and we got 3 more episodes, and it doesn't seem like we've launched a far way into what this plot is. And it seemed, and from what the intro is, because it changes every season, you would think that this deals with some sort of multiversal or time element with them like kind of shifting into a different version of Invincible every one. But we haven't really touched on that at all. So I'm like, okay, where are we heading? How is all of this stuff leading to whatever that is? So
I've had a lot of fake charities hitting me up all day today. Whole lot. God
damn.
And I can't find my phone to put this on to disturb me. I don't know how to do this on this Apple Watch. I'm sorry.
I know Apple Watches ring.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I just got it, and I don't know how to turn it off. It's really annoying the hell out of me. Stupid Apple Watch.
Oh, dude.
Gosh, you guys know when your Apple Watch is doing this Apple Watch thing?
It doesn't have like a button, like do not disturb, like
that's what I'm trying to. It has to. I just don't know where it is. Anyway, yeah. I think these last 2 episodes have taken away a little bit from the leader. Like for me, it is like the Viltrumite thing needs to be like. I thought even the first 2 episodes factor in greatly to the Viltrumite story of, well, this is like the main group we would need to fight Viltrum. So even though they're not bringing it up, I don't feel like they need to. You know how consequential it is of this divide, right? And now you're watching, and a lot of this is about this season seems to be about the paths we choose. That's kind of what I would think the summary of what everyone's journey is and what happens when we choose these paths, the good and the bad that can come with that, right?
Yeah, a big theme of this show is what is justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like each episode lives up to that theme. And thematically it's paying things off, but plot-wise, it gives us these giant dangling things, but then puts it on the back burner. And I know there's going to be a point where it's going to be more vital, but I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm trusting in Robert Kirkman and the team that this is all leading to a very satisfying resolution or progression.
Yeah. Because I like how I actually understand what you mean. I feel like I like an episode that feels like it's episodic, but really is a chapter. But really is actually a chapter.
Yeah, like in hindsight, it's a chapter. And maybe that's the experience that we're having right now, but right now it feels like an episode.
That's the thing, is it does still leave you feeling a bit episodic. Instead of having to I got to remind myself, So I get what you mean by the feeling it leaves you with. Because, it's like an adventure with Titan. And what happened this episode? I mean, this progression, though, like plot point wise, like with the prison, I imagine Invincible Inc. is going to be a massive thing. We have the order, but that's the thing with this episode is like I feel like what's his name? Metalhead? Machine Head, Dragon, guy actually having Dragon imbued in him could be way wrong, just going off of trajectory of what Invincible is like, the show, that we probably won't get them back this season.
No, probably like a season down the line or 2 seasons away.
Be very surprised if we do. But they brought in Battle Beast and Titan. Battle Beast are a completely separate thing.
Yeah.
And they brought in Titan as well. So part of me is like, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe we're wrong that they'll bring them back in this season, right?
You know what I think it is? I feel like the space stuff just feels so compelling, and it seems like all the characters who talk about it make it seem like the threat of that is so immediate, but the season itself hasn't treated it that way, which is kind of feels like incongruent. But I'm liking how we're taking care of our characters, but I would like the immediacy of that to be coupled with how we're treating
we
our
don't want the awareness of that to go away.
Exactly.
It's like in real life, you'd be kind of aware of it, and it would affect your day to day.
And Mark is aware, but we're not treating it like
it's not like they need. But by no means does it need. It's more about like the mood it sets and on one, and how it affects one's perspective of things and treats what's important and what's not important. Right, linking it back to that in some capacity, because that is massive. Like, fucking, he's out there. Omni-Man's out there. The Viltrumites are coming. There's a whole thing.
He got his ass beat by Viltrumites. He had his girlfriend have her neck strangled, but we're not treating it like that's something we really got to prepare for, other than the season premiere.
And they're just like, hey, I just want Oliver to have a normal life. I'm like, we didn't really prepare for this, guys. Like, this is a real thing we got going on.
We should still be training right
now. It is a real thing, and I do agree with you on that. As far as this isolated episode goes, I mean, there's something about the presence of Titan though that I really enjoy.
I would I think the stuff with Titan is compelling. I would watch a Titan spinoff.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in this superpowered criminal underworld element thing. It's unique to. We've seen elements of this in other shows, but the way that this show handles it is very unique, and I like that. Like this mob criminal underworld mixed with larger than life powers. Like, that's so compelling. That being said, we have this other space stuff that I'm like, okay, this stuff seems small potatoes in relation to that, but I understand we have to walk before we can run. We have to crawl before we can walk.
Yeah. Well, I think the immediacy of it is I guess it also though, like, while a really enjoyable episode, I don't think, because it doesn't have to be like, hey, let's tie this into Viltrum. I think sometimes the wants of communication get confused, because it also didn't, like, there's a lot I really enjoyed about this episode. I love watching Titan. I think as a character, I would say a little bit like a Black Kingpin, because he has the family. because of that. That's why I referenced that. Well, I haven't read the Luke Cage comics. I don't know how far he goes with being mob boss or whatever.
I was just referring to the end of season 2.
Yeah, no, by the end of season 2, he's just alone.
Yeah, true.
You know, but so I like seeing him as a someone who you first look at as like Luke Cage, but then in this like kingpin position. And I do find him very compelling because I believe his heart. Like I even like the decision a lot where he goes to the Order because I was thinking about it, he could have easily just set that up himself with his guy. You know, he didn't need Machine Head to come out of the jail and kill him. He could have easily just had his guy just grab a gun, like do the exact same shit and shoot the guy himself, right?
Well, I think the reason why he got Machine Head is because I believe his priority is more taking care of the city.
Exactly.
And if you kill someone like the dragon guy, that creates a vacuum of that would take away from his attention of the city. So you need someone like Machine Head to take that power vacuum so you can focus on your community.
Exactly. And that way he could also have a way of getting out. Yeah. Right. So I love that choice because it wasn't like him stepping in to become the head of this global organization. He just wanted out of the global organization and wanted just his city because he genuinely cares about the people there.
Yeah.
I love that as a character.
That's great.
Because it is nice to see a character who needs the power in order to really take care of a city that and people that he really cares about, which is different than like a kingpin who is really a selfish guy, you know?
No, it's more altruistic for sure.
Yeah, so I love Titan, and I wish we got more of him here, and I love a dragon too, man. Like that's cool. I read 2 fictional books this year, part of a series, the Fourth Wing series. I read Fourth Wing and not Onyx Storm. That's the third one, Iron Flame, and that's both dragon books. So I love dragons. So to see some dragon action, pretty sweet. Some of Eve's coolest powers. The opening scene with Paul, very strong. That was like a good gory effect, and another great usage of like, what's another way we haven't seen this power done before? Like that's smart. Getting the backstory more with Kate and Paul. Seeing the different pathways, the different paths they chose, and see this conversation. I finally the conversation did up. The different paths.
I don't understand a word you just said. Right?
Yeah, but the different paths they chose with Kate and Paul, and also a slight hints at I didn't realize the kind of control that they were under and how their version of foster home was soldiering. Really like that a lot. There's so much in this episode I really, really, really did enjoy. It's more so when it about to go to credits when you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Because if this season had like 13 episodes as opposed to 8, I'll be like, okay, yeah. Like I like the stuff we're doing. I like that we're addressing his relationship with the community when it comes to Titan, his relationship to his family, the way he cares, and the things he's willing to do to keep that intact. I like the stuff, the way we're connecting Shrinking Ray to Rex and how they have sort of formed a bond slowly over time through the course of these three seasons because they've gone through a life-changing experience together. I like the stuff we're seeing with Duplicate and Multipole and their strained relationship, though there is love yet frustration there in the paths in which they've gone to. All of the supporting stuff is great. Like I'm loving everything we're getting. I just it's tough because like you like what you're getting, but the stuff you've set up is also kind of giving you a sense of expectation, and you want to get to this larger stuff because you know it is going to be impactful, not only from a point of it being interesting, but how impactful it's going to be when your character approaches it. But maybe part of that slow burn is the appeal. Maybe because we're taking our time to get there, it's going to be that much more satisfying because we've done these character planting moments that are going to play into a larger story.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the summary to like really wrap it up is if you were to put emotional and compelling on a scale of 1 to 10, episodes 1 through 3, particularly 2 and 3, are like a 10 of emotional and compelling. And then these last 2 have been like a 7 to 8. Like they're
I'd say about a 7.
Yeah, they've been on the lower end. So while still good, while still a fresh score, you can't help but go, but the first three, where you binge the first three, you're like that experience, and you kind of like, and I can't think of, and season 2 wasn't like that. Like it was getting better, but it wasn't like out the gate like, holy shit, this is some of the best Invincible's ever been, you know. So yeah, but who knows? You know, maybe we're getting too caught up in it, and.
Maybe again, the season's not over yet, so I'm excited to see where the journey goes. And I'm like I said, I'm liking every. I don't know, maybe this review seemed like it's geared more negative, but I genuinely am very much enjoying everything that we're watching.
Yeah, this review is mainly us just going, no, we liked it.
Yeah, pretty much. We didn't love it, we did like it.
We liked it.
We're having fun. The show's still great.
But you know, it's the internet, so it's hard to communicate when you have a problem with something. That makes people think you suddenly hate it. You know,
it's so personal.
That's all it comes down to. We're just trying to convey points.
There is nuance, guys.
All right,
yeah, man. I'm having fun, and I'm excited to watch the rest of the season, especially the next episode.
For sure. All right, guys. What do you think about this episode? Is your favorite of the show? Leave your thoughts down below. We'll talk soon, ladies and gents. Peace. Gabriel. Oh, my man. Congratulations.
Oh, no, Gabriel.
If we're going to guess, we've been doing this sincerely with everyone. We're going to guess what your name means. And I'm going to go first. John's going to go second. Whoever is closest wins. Gabriel, obviously, means atheist.
Yes, it does. Took the words right out of my mouth, G. I think we have the same guess on this.
I think we have the same guess. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Guys,
look it up. Oh, no.
Oh, God, it's my...
Oh, they betrayed us outright. The name Gabriel is a Hebrew name that means God is my strength or hero of God.
It's like that should have been the only one I actually knew.
I know, and in fact,
I should have guessed correctly.
In fact, I'm a little ashamed because my guess would have been incorrect, for I thought it would have meant messenger.
Oh, I was gonna think guardian, like God's guardian.
Yeah,
that's what I was really gonna guess.
So, I mean, but even that, you would have been right on.
But that's not what I submitted.
But it's not what we actually. It's not what it means.
Lost.